It's like a warm blanket after like a really long day at work, and you just want to relax at bed, and you just want to give into temptation and play a couple hands of poker.
Hell yeah.
Welcome back to Balatro. Is it Balatro or Balatro?
I've always called it Balatro.
Yeah, I've heard it both ways.
You call it Balatro, I call it Balatro.
Balatro.
Now because I call it one way, you call it the other way. We cover all of our bases, and nobody's mad, or
Nobody's
everybody's mad.
Let's call the whole thing off.
Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off.
Just like Christopher Walken said, let's call the whole thing off. And we're winding down tonight. We just got done. This is probably going to release before the final episode for our Paper Mario session, but we're winding down a little bit. We just got done for a couple episodes of Paper Mario. It's been a while since we've done a Balatro run. And Joe's taking the sticks today.
Hell yeah, I am.
And we're going to try to continue our trend of getting a win. The last time we did this, I got a win. Yeah. So you need to continue the legacy. Which deck are you going with? The black deck, huh?
I gotta do the black deck.
Black deck.
Oh, the black deck.
The black pearl, Jack. Play the best ace.
Yeah, let's do this. I'll run it. Oh boy.
God, they started a new playthrough of Balatro, and all they did was go woo. Oh, they really jumped the shark with this one. 2 planets.
Might as well do it.
High card and a flush.
And a flush.
A flush. Oh my
God. The
God.
buffoon pack and a jumbo standard. Ooh, I do want that.
Not quite there yet.
You know what? I'm going to take the...
That's not a bad one to have.
For right now.
Yeah, it's a good place to start. Ooh! Yeah, with that multiplier at the top, you should be fine. Just clubs. Just clubs. We don't need to go clubbing right now.
But I want to go clubbing.
Can't go clubbing right now. It's too cold outside to go clubbing. You're going to catch a cold.
For that.
Ooh, hey, you got a straight.
It's a straight flush.
There you go. Beautiful. Ain't gonna know I hit him.
Bam.
2,400 on the first rip. It's pretty good. That's pretty.
Copies. Okay.
Ooh, double time.
Oh, the full house. It could be the full house one.
Everywhere
the full house
you
one.
Look, everywhere you look. It always comes back to full house whenever we play Balatro.
Well, at least for me it does.
At least for you. The Tanner blood runs deep within your soul.
It does. Everywhere Uncle Jesse.
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, I'll take that one. And then
Which one's not the uncle? Is it the living? Which one's the
Joey.
living? Joey's the living friend.
Yeah, Joey's the living friend.
That's right. When I was a kid, I always thought he was just another uncle. I didn't understand the relationship, I guess. Ooh. You get 3 extra hands. It's just 3 extra cards. You don't actually need it.
I don't need that.
You don't need it. Who needs more hands?
Not me.
Not me.
Check this shit out. Check this shit out. We're gonna get a full house right now. All right, hold on.
Well, you're close. You're almost there.
Hold on.
Full house.
We'll run it again. Bam.
Yay! Bam.
Full. Everywhere you look,
everywhere you go. Is that the line? Is that actually the line? Is it everywhere you look, everywhere you look?
Yeah, I think so.
That's a terrible line. What the fuck?
I don't know.
You're gonna rhyme everywhere you look with everywhere you look?
I don't know, man. Okay.
That feels like that's not right.
It's probably not right.
I'm gonna look up the actual lyrics.
Yeah, you do that.
I'm gonna look up the actual lyrics to Full House. I would have thought the Full House expert would have known the lyrics to the fucking theme song, but
listen, okay, I know the lyrics. Don't give me
Jesse Friendrick.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Clouds as mean as you've ever seen. Ain't no bird who knows your tune. Then a little voice inside you whispers, kid, don't sell your dreams so soon. Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, here's a heart, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to.
Right.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you go.
It's all there.
That makes sense. It's all there. It's in the text.
Yeah.
Why am I looking at Sabrina Carpenter lyrics now? How did we
Of
get
course
here?
you are.
For Slim Pickens. Guess I'll end this life alone. I am not dramatic. These are just the thoughts that pass right through me. All the douchebags in my phone play them like slot machines. If they're winning, I'm just losing.
Wow.
Uncle Jesse said that, not
Uncle Jesse.
Yeah, this is straight gospel from the book of Jesse. And also his favorite. This is also a line from Jesse. This is it's a pretty popular episode. It says, "Since the good ones call their exes wasted, and since the Lord forgot my gay awakening, then I'll just be here in the kitchen serving up some moaning and bitching."
I do remember that episode.
Yeah.
It was a very controversial episode.
It was a very controversial.
Considering it was on ABC.
I know, right? Man, Full House is really pulling out all the stops. The ratings were dipping. They had to do whatever it took.
It did. And the level of the first discarded poker hand each round. Yeah.
It is interesting that they got like the most raunchiest comic to be their main lead on their family friendly sitcom.
They sure did.
It's fascinating. I guess it's funny how that always works, because when I think of comedians that have been in like wholesome like family movies and sitcoms, Robin Williams also comes to mind, and he is also one of the raunchiest comics I've ever heard. Because every other joke is about him doing cocaine after he probably did a line of cocaine in the back room.
Yeah, more than likely he did. Yeah.
But he's out front with it. He'll tell you straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, just go. We run.
We'll run it. We're just gonna run it. We're just gonna run it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna run it. Oh yeah. Did you see the completionist is back?
I did see that the completionist is back. He came back with more receipts.
Yes, he did.
I guess, I don't know, for people that don't follow the completionist or know who I guess context for who he is. The completionist is a YouTuber. He is famous for doing a series in which he picks a video game and he plays it to 100% completion, doing everything there is to do in the game. And then he will rate the game based on whether or not you should complete it. And he basically goes over all the details and his escapades through doing that. He got caught up in a whirlwind of drama where his family, they had done a charity called the Open Hand Foundation. I believe it was a foundation that was founded on his mom. I think his mom had, oh God, what was it? I forgot what disease it was.
Some sort of dementia, I think.
Yeah, it was dementia or something like that. But they started a foundation, and they had raised like a shitload of money, like millions of dollars and stuff like that, through a event that they did called Indie Land, where they showed off like a bunch of indie games and whatnot. And they eventually found out that through years of them doing that, they never paid like a single dollar to like any of the charities that they had promised. It became a huge scandal where they thought that they were embezzling the money and they were holding it, or like they were scamming people and all that. And he eventually got canceled. And I don't know that, because I think he's just doing it on his own now.
Yes, he is.
And I don't think he has like any of his team anymore, which I guess makes sense. But he just recently made a comeback and started releasing like all of his receipts and stuff like that, talking about what happened with the funds. And I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, I guess, to decide whether or not you believe him or not.
Right.
Yeah. Which at this point, I don't really care. As long as the money got donated, I don't actually give a shit what he does.
Right.
But yeah, he started uploading again, which is interesting. I feel like it was always going to go this way. I feel like nobody actually ever gets canceled on the internet anymore. You just kind of take some heat and you go away for a little bit and you just come back later on.
Easy.
Yeah, easy peasy. But I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting. 2 messages for each dollar you have. Really? That's the free one I get?
Yeah, that's a constantly moving needle too. Because if you spend any money, that card's kind of useless.
Right. Yeah, I just got rid of it. Mega Buffoon.
We love Mega Buffoons.
Go up to 20 in debt. Yeah. Play because for the most card. Okay. And then earn $5 for each discarded 10. Rank changes each round. Double the rank, the lowest rank. Okay.
Honestly, it would have been appropriate had he come back and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to be streaming on Kick."
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
Because I feel like that's where all canceled like influencers and content creators go after they get canceled.
Yeah, we're gonna do that.
It always seems to go that way. It, like always, like the most like rotten people that get canceled or like they get found out for doing the worst things. They seem to be like absolved of all consequences and they just move on to another streaming platform.
Right. Yeah, I'm like, hold on, I gotta. Oh, right, hold on, I gotta flush.
Gotta flush it.
I gotta flush. Just bam. We hit those. Bam, 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 bam. Give
We
me
hit
that.
those.
Bam, easy. First try.
First try.
We run those. That banana is doing work for me right now.
The banana's kicking ass.
But yeah, I mean, I watched the whole video of his whole apology and stuff, and why he went through the whole thing and explained why he took all the time off, and he pretty much just uploaded the remainder of the things that were done.
Yeah.
And then like because just he knew he got to the point where it didn't matter what he did, what he said, like nothing was gonna change. So he was just like, I gotta take some time away, and he wasn't gonna do anything until finally like all the legal stuff was pretty much wrapped up.
Yep.
And he could finally like actually say stuff that wouldn't violate like NDAs and all that kind of stuff. So
right.
Yeah, like listening to him, I was like, yeah, it was pretty clear to me that time compared to the other ones where you could just tell he was angry and he was just more or less like freaking out. You could tell that he was just freaking out because his livelihood was basically was going away,
which makes sense.
This one, it truly did feel like an honest, like he went through that whole video. If you watch the full 45-minute thing, like he was very calculated in how each thing went, and you could just tell that he was very sincere with, especially with the apologies to like everybody and stuff, including like the people that worked with him at the company, and like it cost them their jobs, and like they had to find, so everything that kind of happened with that too and stuff. So it's not just him that was affected, it was everybody at his company.
All of his employees.
So I truly think that he actually sincere. He didn't come out with a ukulele and start singing a little song. So yeah, might as well.
Yeah, I mean, none of the money was actually, at least from what I've gleaned, I don't know if any more information's come out, but
none of it was stolen.
As long as the money has gone where it needs to go, then there's not really any reason to
and it has, so
move on. Just let him do his thing.
Right.
But yeah, it's mainly just feel bad for the employees more than anything.
Yeah.
Or the people that were caught in the crossfire.
Yeah, that's who you really feel bad for, because it's the people behind the scenes, and even like luckily the main channel that I had been watching. Oh jeez, I should have bought this.
Oh yeah.
The main channel I had been watching was the Super Beard Bros. And luckily, they because that was a Gerard thing too, because he was a part of it. But
at first,
they the other two guys, Brett and Alex basically, I don't know, bargained or bought it off of him or negotiated something so that way the possession of that no longer had ties to that one video gamer anymore. So that way it's its own entity now, so they could just keep doing what they're doing.
Yeah.
So which was good. And of course, I mean, both of them have their own stuff going on anyway. I mean, Brett does Twitch all the time and stuff, and he's a fantastic Street Fighter 6 player. Just Street Fighter player in general. Sure. And then Alex has many different channels and other things that he's doing. So, yeah. But
yeah, I think it'll all probably be better in the end, because my impression is like they seemed like they were too big.
Yeah.
But not big enough to, really survive as having like that many employees and that much overhead. Like from what Gerard said, like they seemed like they were like basically like scrapping for cash and trying to get money. So I mean, maybe in the end of them like shedding all that stuff, that might actually be a blessing in the long run. As terrible as that is, it should never have gotten to that point to begin with. But
I agree.
If anything, yeah, that might help. But I mean, I don't know. All of this, I guess, is like the consequence of the idea of starting a business like built on the backs of like a content creator.
Yeah,
is always a double-edged sword, because like I feel like there's like only one example of this working out well, and that's when MatPat left, where it's like, okay, he found a way to like transition this out with new people to kind of slide in and take care of these things, and he can kind of take a backseat and do his other stuff. But
yeah, I agree with that.
Like eventually, the completionist is not going to continue to make content. So it's like, okay, what does that look like without him there at the helm? Like, how do you transition that to get somebody else to step in and start doing that? And of course, like whenever there's controversy like that, eventually like everybody else kind of takes the hit, because the central figure is kind of revealed to not be the greatest person in the world. But yeah, it is interesting to see.
I fucked it up. I should have just done this stupid straight.
Yeah.
Just go again.
That's the problem of only having one hand when you do that boss. But yeah.
Oh, let's go and do that. Yeah.
Anything you're excited about in terms of new potential announcements? I know there's a bunch of people, we've talked about this in the Paper Mario thing about, people speculating about Bloodborne coming. I've been hoping for Half-Life to finally get its time to come back. Anything that you're hoping for or anticipating?
I don't know. I'm so swamped by like games that I haven't played yet.
Yep.
And stuff that I honestly don't have anything on my. I feel like I have everything I want right now.
There's a lot to play.
There's still a lot to play, and I'm kind of at the point where I'm just like, I don't really can't really think of anything. I mean, like the things that I want are things that aren't going to happen for a while, like the Stellar Blade sequel or the next, the conclusion to Final Fantasy VII, and just other sequels to series that honestly, the only thing that would really truly like just bring a tear to my eye is if we finally, because I've been getting these fucking rumors for years now, ever since Crash 4 hit, that we were supposed to get Spyro 4, and I haven't gotten it. And now that's the only thing that's gonna, honestly, that would be the only thing that would like, because outside of that, I don't think Bloodborne 2 is happening. I don't think. I mean, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah,
it's one of those types of things for me.
Yeah, I've been in the Half-Life 2 mines for decades now at this point, and the one person who is like, is an insider is like, I will believe it when it's in my Steam library and I am installing the video game.
Yeah, exactly.
Until then, nah, I'm good. But yeah, I don't know. We're at the point now where all of the the long, like hotly anticipated video games that you never thought would happen are going to be out.
Yeah.
Like if Half-Life 3 comes out, I have nothing else to hope for. That's kind of it. I've hit all the peaks, and they have like a new Okami that's coming out too.
Oh, yep.
We're good.
That's right.
That's it, man. There's all of the dragons have been caught. And yeah. I'll have to figure out what else I'm going to plant my flag on, hoping to get one day. I do hope that it happens. It seems like we've been getting closer and closer because they did that Half-Life Alyx VR game. And now they're talking about like, you know, Steam Machine's coming out. They're releasing a bunch of new products. The Gabe Cube.
The Gabe Cube.
And it seems like now they're like, yeah, we're not afraid to do a new Half-Life now. Because there's a lot of pressure to do it, especially after all this time of like, what do you do? And it seems like there's a confidence again for them to be like, no, we can do this. So I'm hoping that they finally bring that trilogy to an end and just wrap it up. I'd love to see it. I mean, hey, we got Metroid Prime 4 this year. That in itself is pretty crazy.
Let's go.
You can walk into a store and you can buy a copy of Metroid Prime 4.
Let's go.
I'm not even the biggest Metroid Prime fan, and even I think that's pretty cool. Ooh, if you... Hey, yeah, there you go. Straight. Take that straight.
Taking it straight to the bank.
Taking it straight to the bank.
Got him.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Yeah, I'm like going down the line of like trying to think of other, games that I would actually want announced and stuff. And I don't know. I just like anymore. Maybe it's just me, but I don't need I know the sequels that I would play of, and I know the games, like if I see the sequel for that, like I'm like, whoa, that's cool. Like I definitely want to play that. But I don't know. I have this mindset of like, I want new stuff.
Yeah.
I want new things.
I'm excited for something to come out and surprise me.
Clair Obscure. Like when I saw that game, this first trailer before everybody was fucking shitting their pants over it when it came out and stuff, like that game, I was already like, oh, that looks cool.
Yeah.
Like I haven't seen that before. And it was the same thing, the same way I felt about Stellar Blade when I first saw that game, when it was first called Project Eden. Like I was like, oh shit, that looks sick. I haven't seen something like that before.
Yeah.
So that's kind of part of me at this point right now is I truly like to look out for the new stuff. I don't like us rehashing a lot of these things. So, it's cool to have, remakes of, well, that was easy.
Yeah.
Let's go.
God damn.
Hey, it's that investment tab.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's cool to have a remake of an old game that needed it and stuff, but like at the same time, it's still just a remake.
Yeah, it's still the game that you played.
Right. So it's cool for the new people that get to play it now that didn't have a PS2 or a PS1, but at the end of the day, it still is just a remake.
Yeah, I think we are getting to the point now where going forward, you're probably going to see a lot more smaller studios do smaller projects, but try new and interesting things with them. Like I think if there's going to be like a takeaway for, I hope this is the takeaway because the Game Awards I assume is going to be the Clair Obscure Expedition 33 sweep. I'm hoping that is like a sign to people to try that more and for more teams to go that way.
I would hope so too.
I mean, in a world where big companies are absorbing big companies and studios are getting closed and wallets are getting tighter and the bigger studios are more afraid to take bets on things, I think you're only going to see a lot of those people that are no longer at those like big AAA like studios like going and starting their own thing and just kind of be like, hey, we can try this on our own. There's clearly like a market for this.
Right.
On like a smaller scale. And I do think that the industry will kind of find itself where I always hoped for a time where the video game business went back to being an independent company again. Mm-hmm. It's never going to truly be that because, I mean, you're not going to convince Sony to be an independent company. It's just not going to happen. But, like, you know, there was a time when, you know, Nintendo wasn't a publicly traded company, when Atari wasn't a publicly traded. It's just people just making shit and just pumping it out there and before it became too big. And I kind of hope it finds its way back to that again because I just think it's a simpler thing and it doesn't get messy like it ended up being. And I do think it just kind of causes people to be more creative in general because then you can just kind of experiment again and not worry about like, well, we gotta increase the profit lines.
But we gotta
do 50% every year.
It's not even doing nothing.
It's honestly kind of a place that I hope the movie business goes one day. That they're in their own kind of disaster of a mess right now. I just saw that, distressingly, that Netflix wants to buy Warner Brothers.
It did.
Well, so far it hasn't.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go through the whole process.
Yeah,
but like,
because it is an antitrust thing.
Yeah.
As long as everybody's cool with it, which I don't know that it's gonna go through. We'll see.
We'll see.
Anything is possible, but if that happens, we're fucked.
Yeah,
we are fucked. And I really hope it doesn't go that way because I don't like that Netflix CEO. The assertion that like nobody wants to go to theaters, nobody wants to watch movies from home, I think is just a complete fallacy.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's nonsense. It's also the industry has proven that it is not sustainable. You just can't make that kind of money.
Right.
At least on like a subscription basis. Game Pass is a perfect example of this. Because if Game Pass was thriving, Microsoft would not be fucking struggling and putting their shit everywhere.
Right. Saying, hey, you know what? I'll go and put Halo on PlayStation.
Yeah, clearly it's doing very well for them if they have to go that route. So like, yeah, like the Netflix model is just it's not sustainable. It's sustainable, but like for their own stuff, or for things that nobody cares about The Mask or The Grinch, like movies that have been out forever. Like they're gonna make extra money for being on there, but like they don't care. Those movies made their money back years and years ago.
Right.
But for like new movies that came out, like they have multi-million-dollar budgets, and they're not gonna make that on a subscription that costs $15 a month per head. Because they have to split that across like all other movies and TV shows that are on the platform. So I'm a little nervous about that. You gotta try. You gotta try it.
All right, let's run.
What has been the thing that you've been the most satisfied with for this year in terms of, I mean, not even just like video games, but like content?
I would probably say, and please feel free to comment below on your opinions and anything that we discuss here in our Balatro playthroughs and stuff. But I do think overall I would probably say I'm the most happiest with the video game industry because it really did feel like for the first time this year I didn't feel like we were just getting a bunch of just like it's just another remake. It's just another remake. It really did. It felt like there was a lot of games that was like, oh wow, what's this game? Oh wow, what's this game? And then there was a good amount of talk about newer games that weren't just like it's just this thing or it's just this thing or whatever.
There's a really good variety of games that came out this year. This one and last year I thought were like really solid years for games. Yeah, I mean, just like looking at the list, like Dune and Dark Ages came out this year.
Yep.
Some people are kind of divisive on this, but Monster Hunter Wilds came out this year.
Yep.
Expedition 33, Night Rain.
Yep.
Silk Song came out this year. Metroid Prime 4. That Snake Eater remake, Borderlands 4, Avowed, Split Fiction.
Yep.
Mario Kart World, Death Stranding 2, Blue Prince, Bonanza, Outer Worlds 2, Ninja Gaiden 4 came out.
Yep.
Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza, a new Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves came out this year.
Yep.
That's crazy. That Dispatch game that I was talking about, that game's fantastic.
Yep.
Kirby Air Riders, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. I know you like that one.
Oh, that's such a good game.
What else came out? The first Berserker Kazan, I know some people really like.
I still gotta play that.
And unfortunately, Call of Duty Black Ops 7 came out this year.
Unfortunately, we're always gonna get that.
The AI slop.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I know people really like that Arc Raiders. I know you like Digimon Story Time Ranger Stranger.
So good. See that right there. That was like the game for me for this year. Like I thought, I'm never getting a Digimon Story game again.
Yeah.
Because like those games were so fun on PS4, and obviously it's for a it's a niche crowd. For the people that like Digimon, but they also like turn-based type games, like a Persona or those types of battle systems. But like, I mean, this is just so good. It's just so fun. They're just so fun. And the fact that they gave me a new one on PS5 and it looks as good as it does and it runs so smooth. It absolute dream come true.
Yeah.
Yep. That was a personal for me, just kind of like that was just a nice little cherry on top of the cake for the year.
I'm trying to think what my game of the year would be for this year. I really wish that I finished Expedition 33. I don't think it's going to be done by the time the year is over with.
Yeah.
But that probably would be pretty damn high up on the list.
Okay.
It's a very good game. I really enjoyed my time with it. I dropped it for other things, and I'm finally coming back to it, but I'm still fairly early on in that thing.
We dropped it.
Yeah, I stopped because I was playing something else. I don't remember why.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, hey.
A lot of stuff came out this year. It was a very busy year.
I mean, I did this. I was playing, back in the good old 2020 when Ghost of Tsushima came out, and I was playing that for a while, and I was making really good progress, and then all of a sudden Last of Us Part 2 came out, and then I dropped Ghost of Tsushima to play Last of Us Part 2,
yeah.
And then I just never went back to it, and I'm really sad about that because Ghost of Tsushima is fantastic as well. So it's just, it's hey, you get a game that comes out that really piques your interest. You're like, hey, I kind of want to play this instead now.
Sometimes things just come. Oh, Silent Hill F also came out this year. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, we played that.
Tactics came out. I don't really count that. It's a remaster, but
right.
It's still pretty cool. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll get rid of these.
I mean, tentatively, like, yeah. Oh, Absolem. I still want to play that at some point. That's that co-op beat 'em up game.
Damn.
Definitely not Mario Kart, that's for sure. It's not a bad game. It's just like, eh.
It's just, I don't know. It's kind of barren.
Oh, the 100 line came out this year. That's another game that I wish I actually played this year. Dispatch. Goddamn. Dispatch. God. It's a good game.
This is such a good game.
And Hades 2 came out this year. God damn.
Oh, yeah. Hades 2 did come out.
Yeah. It was in alpha. It was in beta for a while. It's like an early access thing. I don't know. Donkey Kong was also really good. Donkey Kong was a hell of a thing.
Donkey. I'm sorry. It's one of those things. I just don't think Donkey Kong can beat out other. I mean, hey, who knows?
It's not. Yeah.
But I mean, I just can't. I can't see it happening.
No, I don't think it's gonna win anything. It's still a really cool game. I think it's worth playing. I really wish I would have played more Death Stranding 2 and finished it. I did actually like my time with that way more than the first one. If I had finished Clair Obscur, I would probably say Clair Obscur was my favorite game this year. I'm probably gonna say Dispatch.
Yeah?
I really liked the Dispatch. I hope that they do more of those.
A lot of people really liked it.
Yeah, I really liked that thing a lot. Oh, Doom also came out this year.
Right.
Yeah, I'm still gonna say Dispatch. Elden Ring Night Rain is a little bit of a disappointment for me.
Yeah.
It's not a bad game at all. It's just I was hoping for more.
Yeah, I was hoping for more too.
Silk Song, I just can't get into Hollow Knight enough to want to play it.
Same.
Doom: The Dark Ages, I think is great. I don't think it's as good as the previous two Doom games, but it's still like really solid. Kirby Air Ride's fantastic. It was never going to be my game of the year, but it's a great thing to have.
It's a great co-op. play with your friends game.
For I'll tell you what, for the game that has made me probably the angriest this year, I would say Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. For the game that has made me want to throw my PlayStation into the street.
Oh, come on.
That game. I love it to death. It's a great video game. It's not a commentary on the video game itself. It's more of a commentary on that I suck at Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, and I keep getting my shit kicked by children online. But I love that game to death. Yeah, it's either Dispatch and tentatively Expedition 33. I'm confident enough in it to say that game is fantastic, and it deserves all of its flowers. Would you say that Digimon is your favorite game this year? I know you're still making your way through it, but
No, Wu-Chang Fallen Fellow is my favorite game this year.
You did play a lot of that.
Yeah. No, I mean I played that game all the way through. It's it gave me the feeling of picking up a Souls game for the first time.
Yeah.
And like actually going through and like completing it and stuff. It has that same feel to it where everything feels new, it feels fresh, it feels it doesn't feel samey. It has that Souls feel to it. It still feels punishing. I thought the landscapes were cool. The enemies were unique to the game itself, and I felt like the bosses were cool. It's still, because it was. That was kind of the other part of the fact that why it gave me like that Dark Souls 1 feel to it too, is because it did feel a little like, it being like the first one of those from that, where it wasn't completely polished. It wasn't a perfect game.
Yeah.
By any stretch or anything like that, but what it did very well. And if you understood how the gameplay goes, and how to scale up your characters and how the mechanics of all the different weapons work and stuff,
sure,
you can really make some powerful builds in that game.
Sure.
Yeah, great. That game is easily my favorite game this year. So.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm really happy that game. I've seen so many Souls games, like Souls clones, come out that I'm always like a little bit skeptical of them when they come out. So it's really cool to hear that there's like one of those that's not a From Software game that has managed to hit.
Yeah,
it seems like people really resonated with.
Plus, it was another Claire Obscure where they were like, it's a brand new IP from a brand new studio, and they were like, $50.
Yeah.
I'm like, you kidding me? And it's a full game. It's a full game because it's not only, it gives you the same Souls thing too, where you can play it over and over again. You can have, depending on if you do certain side quests and stuff like that too, talk to certain people and do it in a certain order, you can get different endings. So there's 4 different endings in that game. So like you can keep playing it over and over again, and each one of the weapons, just like a Souls game, like a true Souls game, each one of the weapons gives you like a different feel when you play it.
Yeah.
So like I played with a long sword throughout most of it because it felt the most natural to me.
Sure.
But like if you played with the twin swords, or if you played with a spear, you would have a completely different playthrough, and you would have a completely different feel for the game as well.
Yeah.
So which is like, that's what I want. That's why I love Bloodborne so much, because all the weapons are so different from each other. They give you a different playthrough every single time, and it feels unique.
Yeah, that was definitely the game that came to mind when you were talking about that, of each of the weapons making you feel like a completely different thing. Bloodborne definitely excels in terms of making it feel like a very different video game. Dark Souls 3 is also really good at that too.
It is.
I would say
the biggest issue with Dark Souls 3 is it just has too many weapons.
There's too many weapons.
Just way too many.
Yeah, the later Souls game, with the exception of Sekiro, because it's kind of its own thing.
Right.
But like, the later Souls games, I think, do a really good job of making each loadout feel like a completely different experience with like the weapons. Elden Ring does a really good job of this too.
Mm-hmm.
But Bloodborne especially, I think, was the first time where that like really clicked, where it's like, oh, these all feel like unique enough that I feel like my character is distinctively different from this other character.
Yeah.
Demon Souls and Dark Souls, I didn't feel that as much. Like a lot of the weapon, like there's some variety, but they all kind of felt like, you got another sword, or
right?
You got a bow. Like maybe you get a sword that you get the Holy Blade sword that has like some special stuff, but like they're all still kind of the same thing. They're not really that different from each other. But Bloodborne, each of the weapons are like so creatively unique
Yes.
That I think that game is really cool and makes it stand out. Some people might hear the things that I'm saying and they might be curious why I didn't mention Silent Hill F for being like a potential game of the year. And I think that game is tremendous. And it is definitely like one of the best Silent Hills that's come out in like the last 5 years. Well, Silent Hill 2 I don't really count because it's a remake.
Yeah, that's
of a thing.
remake.
It's like
So.
it's great and you should absolutely play it, but it's like it kind of, in my mind, remakes don't really, they kind of get pushed to the bottom of the barrel, and I kind of pick more like newer things in terms of priority. That's why I didn't say like Tactics.
Yeah.
Because that's a great game. But like, I think the thing with Silent Hill F, that story is tremendous, and I think the way it tells its story is awesome. But I think the thing that holds that game back for me is the gameplay. I think it is the weakest part of that game.
Yeah.
By far. It's very clunky, and like Silent Hill's like gameplay was always really clunky, but I feel like it's trying to go for like a Souls thing, but it's not committing to it. And like the combat just feels so like more repetitive than I would want it to be. There's like not much, like you kind of have like a parry mechanic and like you can kind of do this focus thing where you can kind of catch them off guard, but it's so fucking tedious.
Yeah.
Going through those battles, and you saw this too when I got to like the end of the game and like we just kept on getting battles and I was getting more and more frustrated with it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, dude, this fucking sucks. I'm not enjoying myself when I'm doing these fights. So close. So yeah, I think like the gameplay of it, I think is kind of the thing that holds it back from being my favorite game this year, because it kind of let me down a little bit. But the story's fantastic. I loved it. It was a good try. It was
not fair.
It was a good attempt.
God damn it.
But maybe we'll come back and we'll do another run. Maybe I'll let you take the next one so you can.
I need a win.
You need a win. Maybe we'll give you the next one so you can see about going for a win. Maybe you do a different deck.
I want to beat the black deck.
You want to beat the black deck?
I want to beat the black deck.
Okay, maybe we'll come back and we'll do the black deck and try to get you a win.